गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन। और यहाँ पर जब बारिश हो रही थी तो मैं सर कर्टले एम्ब्रोस पिछले साल गया था एंटीगा में। इनसे मुलाकात नहीं हो पाई थी और मैंने इनसे रिक्वेस्ट की थी तो तैयार हो गए। सर एम्ब्रोस किसी परिचय का मोहताज नहीं है। 405 विकेट टेस्ट क्रिकेट में और इनका सेलिब्रेशन हर इंडियंस को याद है, हम लोग बचपन में थे, देखते थे। सो बेसिकली व्हाट आई गिव द इंट्रोडक्शन दैट हाउ वी ऑल इंडियन रिमेंबर्स योर celebration like this. Can you talk about that? That's the first thing we remember when you used to take the wicket.
It's just a spur of the moment thing.
Hmm.
It's not something that I rehearse or practice. It's just a reaction from taking a wicket. I mean, I guess lots of people love it, but it just happened at the moment.
Sir Ambrose, you have retired for a long time. Now, there was a point of time where everyone knew you as Curtly doesn't talk to anyone, man, and now Curtly talks.
That's not quite true.
Really?
You know, I've heard that for many, many, many years, but I just left it alone. It's not quite true.
Okay.
The thing is, when I was playing, I was never that keen on talking to reporters.
Okay.
Because I find from experience the reporters tend to put the story their own way. And sometimes don't print exactly what you tell them.
Okay.
So I just try to stay away from interviews if I can. You know, and then that's how that saying, came about. Curly talks no man. It's not quite true. I've never said that.
Curtly Ambrose, Courtney Walsh. Whenever we talk about, the moment we talk about West Indies cricket, it's the pace quarter holding Roberts, Marshall, and then it's Walsh and Ambrose. And unfortunately, that's the last legacy. That's a forever the enduring memory. After that, how do you look at that?
Yeah, it's kind of sad to see that the fast bowling stock has diminished a little bit. There's still a few fast bowlers around, obviously, but what I think is that people around the cricketing globe were kind of spoiled with us as West Indians bringing through a lot of fast bowlers and, some great ones. And they tend to compare the present day fast bowlers with our generation and even before, which is a bit unfair. But, we are known for producing fast bowlers, and there's still a few around, and I'm sure that you will see a resurgence in the not too distant future.
We have seen some fierce battle with you, whether it's Steve Walk, Sachin Tendulkar, if when you have retired and when we look back, okay, these are the three battles I remember the most. These are the three batsmen.
No, I've had the privilege of playing against a lot of great players in my time, in terms of batsmen, and I've always enjoyed a challenge. I thrive on challenges, and the tougher the opponents, the tougher the challenge, I tend to bring the best out of me. And, more often than not, I'll come out on top. But there are times too when I come second. I've had my fair share of licks as well, but, I always enjoy a challenge.
And a lot of people have said this about it, a lot of players. On field, you were so fierce, like everybody will get intimidated. And off the field, you're gentle giant, very humble. How is this paradox? How did you manage to do that?
There are two sides to everyone, right? And I'm no different. When I'm competing, I'm always ultra aggressive. I always want to win, nothing personal. So, nothing to smile about when I'm competing.
Okay.
And off the field, I'm different. I don't take my work home. Once I leave the cricket field, I'm normally Curtly Ambrose. I'm not the cricketer. So there's two sides. The Curtly Ambrose, the cricketer, and Curtly Ambrose, I'm more laid back, relaxed kind of guy. So that people tend to judge me from what I do on the field, which is not really who I am. Competing is different. That is relaxing.
You have been watching this Indian cricketers quite closely. Obviously, this Indian team has some fine young talent like Gill and Yashasvi Jaiswal, and obviously some of the legends of the game like Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. Indians, a lot of people do not want. If Curtly Ambrose gets an opportunity to bowl against this Indian team, how would you, look at it? If one batsman or two batsmen you would like to bowl, and you think that I will get better out of them.
Well, a lot of people keep asking me that question.
Yeah.
And I just simply said to them, listen,
Yeah.
I'll be 60 years of age in a couple of months, right?
I think you can bowl some good, lovely spells. Fit enough.
I don't even want to think about it.
Okay.
I've had my time, in the international cricket, played against a lot of great players, and like I said, I mean, I've done my time. And I wouldn't even try to think about what I would have done against present-day cricketers, because times have changed, the cricket has changed, and I just don't want to really get into that kind of conversation. I just, like I said, I've done my time, and that's it for me.
What are your impression of the talent of Yashasvi Jaiswal and Shubman Gill?
Well, Shubman Gill at the moment is struggling in his two test match series. Haven't really scored any runs, but we all know he's a wonderful player. Siraj, you know, because I'm very much for the fast bowlers,
Yeah.
right? And I think he's a fantastic bowler, understands fast bowling, does something with the ball, which is key. And he's deceptive. Doesn't look as quick, but he can be quick. You know, and the good thing about it, I mean, I'm quite impressed with the way he has gone about this two test match series. And he's laid it from the front in the absence of Shami and, of course, Bumrah, who I think is another fantastic bowler. Very different. Never seen a bowler like him before in terms of Bumrah. Very, very different, but highly effective. And I was looking forward to seeing him in the Caribbean again, but unfortunately he's not.
So you spoke about you have such a great admiration for Bumrah, and I'm sure when Bumrah hears this interview, he will be mighty pleased, because anyone getting a praise, it could be as high as getting from you. So when you're talking about Bumrah, his difference, is the difference is also is his problem because of action, stress factor? How do you, from that point of view, the action and back stress and all that?
But I don't know for sure, right? Because fast bowling is about rhythm. You know, and you need to build up a little rhythm, you know, but he has a very short run up. As a matter of fact, he walks a bit and then on a couple of strides before he delivers. So maybe, just maybe because of that, he's put a lot of strain, extra strain on his body. Hence, maybe, you know, the injuries. But even if you have a nice, long, smooth run up, you know, fast bowling is hard work. You still can get injured. So I'm just saying, maybe because of his short run up, he puts so much stress in his body. So that could be a reason. I'm not very much sure.
Right.
That he's been highly effective. It works for him. You know, it's all about being comfortable.
Right.
But injuries is something you can't prevent. So let's hopefully he can get fit soon enough and we see back in action for India.
Last two questions, couple of. One, since you also mentioned Shami, a lot of people believe Shami is the craftiest. How do you describe Shami?
Every bowler is different. From my little experience, there are never two bowlers that are exactly alike. Bowlers may have similarities, but never exactly alike. You know, and that's why when I coach, I don't coach a bowler to be like me or any other bowler. You have to look at what you're working with and fine tune them and just get them to be the best that they can be. Because no two bowlers are alike, exactly alike. So we are different, but the most important thing is your efficiency, how effective you are, and the results you get for your team. So that's what is it. We're all different. So sometimes, you know, the cricket experts like to say things like, you got to be side on, or you got to be brace front leg and all that. I don't even discuss those kind of situations because all those are different. And for me, the end result is being efficient and effective. Doesn't matter how you look. It's the end result that counts.
The whole India wants to know, because obviously you spoke about the bowlers, they want to know, you saw Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, how different these two batsmen are. What is your assessment? Because someone like you assessing these two great batsmen, modern times.
Very different. Well, Sharma, the skipper, wonderful player, the fifth on around the wicket, can be aggressive when he wants to. Virat Kohli is a little different. Very pleasant to watch, easy on the eyes, you know, can score quickly without being really aggressive. He's not like a six hitter per se. Not that he can't do it, he can, but he can score just as quickly as guys here you would call six hitters. But wonderful player as well, very, I'd be great to watch, really. I have a lot of respect for him. I admire him as well over the years. I mean, and I was kind of happy to see him score under 100 overseas. It's been a little bit of a gel for him, you know, for a few years, having scored a century overseas. Unfortunately, it's against the West Indies. But I was quite happy for him, and that should do his confidence the world of good. And he still got a lot to offer in India cricket.
This is a personal question for you, since because you are being interviewed and you will be on Indian media. A lot of people will be wondering, Sir Curtly Ambrose, such a great fast bowler, so much knowledge and wisdom, why he is not sharing this knowledge with the IPL? Has you ever been approached by IPL teams coaching offer? Will you be open to that or commentary? Because you are just restricted to Caribbean field. Would you like to go to India frequently? People would like to see, interact, and there is other side to it. Ambrose sings. So could you just tell about that? Because a lot of corporate guy, IPL franchisee must be listening to you. What is this? How they approach you? I can share your number.
I've never been approached.
Yeah, never been
No,
approached.
to-
So aren't you shocked?
I was shocked because I mean I reckon every franchise probably already have their staff, you know, but I've never been approached to do IPL, whether coaching or
you open to it? Are you open to
commentating.
it?
Well, cricket is what I know. I believe I know a thing or two about cricket. So for me, coaching and commentating is what I do. So once the opportunity presents itself, you know, and I have the time, I'm always ready to do that because I enjoy coaching, I enjoy commentating.
Thank you so much, Mr. Curtly Ambrose. My privilege and honor to have such a short talk. I would have loved to keep talking. But since you have been so gracious, given me so much time, hope to do the again longer parts sometimes later. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.